Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me. My name is Stacey and I'm an infidelity recovery coach. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. I specialize in helping the unfaithful in their affair and recover from their affair. If you would like more information on how to work with me, please check the description box below. I know it's really hard when it's time to end your affair, so what I do is I help you gain clarity. I help to show you how to stop thinking about them. I show you what those roadblocks are, so we want to prevent you from getting stuck in the roadblocks, especially those first 3 months. They are the worst. You know, we get stuck in, we have a relapse, it's stuck in our thoughts, our questions. Are they thinking about me? What are they doing? What's going on? Did they really love me? A lot of those things motivate us to go back. I help you work through all of that so that you can get to a place where you're not thinking about them anymore. You are moving on. You're present with your family. You are healing yourself. And when you end an affair, you are constantly thinking about your affair partner. So we want to get you to a place where you got control over your thoughts again. They're not occupying all of the space in your mind anymore. So if you'd like help with that, if you find yourself stuck at in any of those points, just check the description box below. Okay, let's get into today's video. So today's video is how to make your spouse feel safe after your affair. So it's a little bit different video. I guess, you know, it could be for the betrayed also and the unfaithful. But what happens is when we have an affair, our spouse becomes very insecure and they don't feel safe, and not physically safe, not that you're going to hurt them or physically harm them. It's not that. It's just, I don't feel safe in the relationship. I'm very insecure. I'm afraid you're going to, cheat on me. I'm afraid every time you walk out the door, I don't know where you're going. Even if the affair is over and the betrayed is fine, you are not. I mean, the unfaithful is fine. You as a betrayed is not. I know my husband, I knew inside of myself I was okay, and I knew that I wasn't going to contact my affair partner, and I knew we weren't getting back together, but he didn't. And every time I went somewhere, it was a trigger to him. It always brought on anxiety and fear and just insecurity, and I could see it on his face. And every time I was on my phone, that was a huge trigger for him. Or every time I went to take a bath, because that's when I would talk to my affair partner, that was a trigger for him, and it just brought him so much anxiety. Now, in the beginning, after the affair first ended, I didn't care. Honestly, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't care if he was upset. I was so angry with him from all the years of just neglect and emotionally abandoning him. And I know none of this is an excuse. That's just my reason. But I didn't care, But after I started healing, God was really like moving on my heart and getting me to look away from what I was going through and look at what he was going through. So I was able to start seeing a little bit more empathy, and I could see how all of these, like what I, said earlier, was bringing him stress and triggering him and just causing him to be anxious. And he was being so good to me. He was being so kind, so patient. He really just stepped up and became like my best friend during that time. So I didn't want to hurt him anymore. I started to think, what can I do to make him feel safe, to make him feel better? So these are some of the things that I did to help my spouse feel better, to help him relax a little bit. And I'll give you some examples of what we did. Now, every couple is different. I've had couples who do some different things. That's why it's always important to say, okay, what do you need me to do that will make you feel safe? Okay. But the first one is be transparent. Tell them what happened. Now, I made a video about transparency, about details, full disclosure, that kind of thing. You can go check it out. I don't think that every single detail about what you did, positions and all of this, I don't think none of that needs to be talked about, because it doesn't make a difference in recovery. You want to be transparent in saying, okay, this is what happened. This is how I felt. This is, where we met, answer the questions within reason. And for the betrayed, I always say, I know you can be really curious, but please be careful with that, in a sense where once you know something, you can't unknow it. So determine what is something you absolutely have to know, and something that you say, maybe I'm just curious about and I don't really have to know this information. So just find out what's important to you and what's not. But be transparent, tell them, hey, this is why, this is what happened, this is how many times we met, whatever that is. But do it up front. If you guys had a physical affair, do it up front. It's better to do it right then than to bring it out months later, because that's going to cause some insecurity, because they're going to think, what else is going to come out in a few months? Be honest up front, get it out the way. It's painful, it's uncomfortable to say, you might be afraid, but it's just best to do it right away. That way you can go from there. You have a clean slate. The next one is show empathy. And that means that show empathy for what they're going through. Like, turn it around, don't get defensive, but say, why are you so afraid right now? If you're, okay, let me give you an example. So my husband, I would bring my phone in the bathroom, but I also like to listen to podcasts. I like to watch YouTube videos, that kind of thing. So when I didn't want to stop doing that, I wasn't having an affair. I like to listen to a lot of preaching videos. Like, there's some pastors that I really like to listen to. So I like to do that. So I was like, I don't understand why I can't do what I want to do because you don't trust me in the bathroom. I'm not doing anything. We're not talking on the phone. What I had to do was I had to stop making it about me and say, okay, what's wrong? Why does it bother you so much the affair is over? And then he would say, well, it's triggering me and I don't know what you're doing. And I really don't feel safe with that. Is there another time you can listen to podcasts? Is there another time you can do whatever, you're talking about doing? So I had to offer that empathy and say, you know what? Yes, it's uncomfortable for me, but it's my fault. He feels the way he feels about me taking my phone in the bathroom because of something I did, not because of something he did. Yes, the marriage, yes, maybe he was neglectful, but this specific topic, this is me. So this is a consequence. So I have to be willing to sacrifice some of my wants, be selfless, and say, hey, if this makes you feel safe, then fine, I will leave my phone out. So I started doing that. I would leave it in the living room with him. I would let him, he could check my phone. There was no passwords. There was nothing. I didn't have anything else to hide. I let him have free reign of that. Some of my clients, they didn't care about passwords and they didn't want to check phones or anything. They just wanted, I'm going to put a GPS on your car because I need to know where you're at. Some people don't like that, but again, what do you want more? Do you want to rebuild your marriage, or do you want to hang on to your freedom, so to speak? Now, I can bring my phone in there now. What you have to understand is when you're setting those boundaries or you're working towards safety for your spouse, is whatever they're asking within reason. Now, okay, let me just say that it needs to be within reason. But I knew that it wouldn't be forever that I wouldn't be able to bring my phone in the bathroom and listen to podcasts or whatever I was, listening to. It was just for that time. We have to remember it's for a season. Once trust is rebuilt, you move on back to a normal, so to speak, life. Okay, the next one is it's really the same thing. It's be willing to build trust. So I kind of went into number 3 with number 2, empathy. Be willing, if they want to talk to you about something that's making them upset, or if you go to the store and they start freaking out, don't get defensive. Be willing to talk to them. Okay, this is a trust issue. I see this. What can I do to help you? And let them tell you. But also the betrayed needs to be able to be detailed about what they need. So these are just some of the things that my husband and I did that made huge impacts in the rebuilding process. If you would like to know more, if you would like to work with us as a couple, please message me, sign up down below, and I would be glad to help you in detail more with these. because what I want you guys to understand is what's in these videos is just a small portion of what I've learned, what my husband and I have been through, and to get the details, you know, the step by step takes more time than just 10 minutes. So please understand that there's way more to recovery than what I'm sharing in these videos, but you can also work with me, and that's where we get to the heart of the matter. Okay, I hope this helped you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.